Hey, it's okay. This is a daily doodle. I'm continuing today where we left off yesterday. Yesterday we went from reference photos to penciling, and I'll go ahead and show that quickly for you. This is my pencils layer. This is where I kind of started off with the reference photos that you kind of manipulate a little bit, kind of give yourself an idea of what you want. And here they are layered together. You can see they're different. I'm not just going off of a picture and saying, oh, I'm going to draw that picture. It's different than that when you're doing a comic. You're just using it as a base to give yourself a vision. All right, so that was my pencil layer. This is what I've inked so far. I wanted to do one just to kind of give you an idea of where we're headed. And I'm going to ink these two girls right here. These are two of the main characters in the Halloween costume comic. And this one right here is Su Yin. She is Asian. And one of the challenges is trying to make a character look like she's a certain nationality and not just a generic girl. That takes some practice. How I'm trying to do that is kind of narrower eyes, not as big as I would normally do. If you look at the difference right here, a little more squinty. I don't like to overdo it. I'm not trying to do a caricature. I'm just trying to give you an impression that she might be of a different nationality. When I get the colors down, that's gonna really help kind of set the difference up and strengthen that difference. But other than that, there's not a whole lot of difference. Other than the eyes and just kind of a rounder face usually. An Asian head type is usually the like round or like more circular, or the heart shape. I actually have a heart-shaped face myself, just with a narrower chin but a circular face. And I'm not trying to sound racist or anything. If I need to make fun of myself to reinforce that idea, I will. If I was drawing myself and doing a character of myself, I think I would draw myself with one side of my face kind of drooping lower than the other side. You kind of notice things about yourself after a few years of looking at yourself in the mirror. And one thing I always notice is that the right side of my face is a little lower than my left side. So if I'm just relaxing my face, it looks like the right side of my mouth kind of hangs lower. And I think the left side of my face is probably my more photogenic side of my face. I also have a tooth. One of my like vampire teeth is a baby tooth. I just had no adult tooth grow into that place. It never existed. So I have a baby tooth, and so my smile is a little odd. It looks like there's a little bit of a difference on the left side, so maybe that corrects the downward slope of my face onto the right. That I have a smaller tooth on my left. But anyways, actually probably gonna have to deal with that soon because part of it's starting to chip off, and it's lasted me 30 some years, I guess, and not gonna last much longer. Okay, so I'm actually gonna try inking this back her what is this, like her clavicle area a little bit, see how that looks, because I want it to look like she's kind of hunching her shoulders a little bit. We'll see how this looks, and if it doesn't look good, I'll just erase it. But for breast size on this character, they're pretty small. They're meant to look like high school seniors right here. Alright, so here we go. Oh, that was bad. Okay, so I might have to come back and do a little more penciling on this hair, just so I realize what I'm doing, because that's how I roll. Whenever I pencil it really loose, and if I struggle with something when I'm inking it, I go back and I give it a little more definition when I'm on the pencil layer. I'll just kind of go back and forth until it's ready. And that prevents me from spending too much time penciling, because that is easy to do. You just kind of get caught up and have fun penciling, and then you can't really meet your deadline because you've spent too much time penciling, and you're working weekends, and you're working till midnight every night. And that's easier to do than you would think. It happens really too often. Okay, so she's kind of got her jaw dropping here. Okay, cleaning that up just a little bit. Okay, for the clavicle, there we go. See, I might be a little tense, I guess. That might be coming through. Okay. We'll try one more time. Alright, I need to clean this up a little bit later, but I just want to get a general I guess something that looks good for now. Then clean up later. Okay, so her ear would probably be about right there. She's gonna have a little bit of cleavage. It won't be much. I think the hardest thing is to draw just a little bit of cleavage when you're inking, I guess. It's easier to shade it and stuff, but when you're inking, you just kind of hardly do any lines for cleavage if you don't want it to be a lot. If you want it to be a lot, that's where inking really helps. But alright, so we've got her. Let's see, would that be right? I think that's too far over. I'm gonna come back over here. She's got like a tube top on. Again, not much, I guess, cup size right here. She's supposed to be high school seniors, so not a whole lot of boob yet. Well, there might be in real life, but I'm not saying that. I'm saying for artistic and storytelling, a high schooler should probably not have as much cleavage as a college age person. Okay. So that line is wrong. Alright, the other thing is the hand coming down here. This might be a little tricky. Okay. She's also wearing a skirt. Yeah. Doing the hands now. Just kind of grouping them together whenever they're far away. You want to kind of abstract them. Not bringing too much attention to them. Okay. Alright, well, as you can see, here we go. We got these two girls inked now. I might come back and alter this girl's hair a little bit because it's a little improvised, and I'm not sure I'm completely happy with it as it is, but especially this kind of... Okay, so there. Two girls inked. Actually, this looks pretty crappy. I'm going to come back and I'm going to change that later. But that is the basic process of taking it from penciled to inked. And I'll probably sign on tomorrow, give another video, show a little more inking, and a little more of the comics. So drop on by tomorrow, subscribe for an easy link to the video, and I will talk to you later. Thanks. Later.